Hello everyone and welcome back to this series, and we will do the objects scene. So go back to assets, scenes, and we will click face mesh, copy and paste that, and we will name that objects, making sure to bring the object scene into build settings. Double click. I'll just zoom out so we can see things better. And the UI is still scale with screen size. And what we need is 4 more buttons. So Control C, 4 buttons, and highlight them all. Shift Alt left bottom. So I'm holding down Control and unselecting that one. I'll just select them all again to move them a bit up. And now this one will be the hat. This one will be the cat ears. This one will be the cap. And this one will be crazy eyes. Okay. Now we will make the objects button handler script. So in the assets scripts, right click, objects button handler is what I'm labeling the script. And I'll double click that to bring it up. At the moment, there is no script called that, so there will be an error. But you can shrink that, right click, object selector script. And don't worry, because it's looking for the select object method, but we haven't placed that in there yet. So double click that. And then we will place code. So if we go back to the objects button handler, this handles all the buttons. So when you click the hat, it'll be the hat, for example. And then the object selector is what selects the objects. And we will save all of that and come back to the project. Let it compile. And now the errors are gone. And what we need to do is make an empty game object. And I'm calling the objects button handler. Attach the script we just made to it. And then in the XR origin, we will add the object selector. And we will click the hat button. Sorry, I locked the inspector before. So click the hat button, that'll change the inspector. And we will actually highlight all 4 buttons and replace it on the onClick method with the objects button handler. Now we click the hat and on object 1, click. On object 2, click. 3, click. And 4, click. What we need to do though now is add all the objects we need into the object selector on the XR origin. So we'll double click basic face and then click our XR origin again. And actually where assets, prefabs, let's bring this out again. And right click, unpack completely. And then I will just click and drag this out of the AR face default. Delete that. And we don't want the rain anymore, but we would like to keep the hat. So what I will do is rename this to hat black. Make it a prefab. I'm going to unpack that prefab and go back to basic filter to that prefab folder, and I will place a cap in the scene, but I will unpack the prefab completely and I will move it up. I will delete the black hat. I will now rename this to cap. And go back to my prefabs and make that a prefab. Delete it from the scene. And we go XR origin and we can add to the list. So the first is the hat black. And then the cat ears, which is back in the basic face filter project. So cat ears. Cap. and crazy eyes. And just double check everything. The event system. Scale screen size. You can go back to the main menu. Two, three, four. Oh, we will get rid of the AR Face Manager object. We don't need that in here at all, because we will be populating it selecting one of these 4 objects. The user, camera's facing the user. And then in the objects button handler, we need to drag and drop the object that has the object selector script on it, which is the XR origin, so that it can actually place the objects in the scene. So when you test and run, this should work. I just tested it and there was an error that came up saying services searches was not in the assembly. Are you missing a reference? That just ignore that and delete that from the script if you get the same message. Otherwise it will work. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.